The Crestwood Prep Lions enter the postseason as one of the most dominant teams in the league this year. They finished the regular season 13-1, capturing first place in the West Division and establishing themselves as a serious title contender. At the center of Crestwood's success is Avery Arige, a player who impacts the game in nearly every category. Arige's scoring, rebound, and defensive presence have made her one of the most complete players in the OSBA this season, and when Crestwood is at its best, she's usually leading the charge. Standing across from them, a team that knows how dangerous playoff basketball can be. Louis-Riel come in 9-6, finishing 4th in the East Division, and they'll lean heavily on their leader, Grace Pongyang. Pongyang has been the offensive engine for Louis-Riel all year long, a player capable of creating her own shot, pushing the tempo, and carrying the scoring load when her team needs a spark. And now the stakes are simple. Win and advance to the OSBA semifinals, lose, and the season comes to an end. Crestwood Prep, Louis-Riel, the final game from day number 1. Yes. JJ Everson, Haley Hopkinson with you, and it's been a great day from the very first tip at 9 a.m. Praise Badejo, 44-point performance. And if that's not a sign of things to come, I don't know what is. As Kings Heights Knights were the first team to advance to semifinal action. Brampton City Prep the second, as Delvin Ugbataman led BCP past Jay Addison with a total of 30 points. Niagara Prep in the women's division escaped a scare late against Orangeville. Jordan Wheeler's 27-13 double-double led them to a 77-64 victory. Fort Erie International, another nail-biter down the final stretch. Capitol Court's final full-court heave, or rather deep three. Yeah. Just off the mark. And you just saw Royal Crown escape by the skin of their teeth. Well, it ended up being a little bit more than that, but if you watched the game, you would have known that Crestwood Prep Blue put the gears to Royal Crown.
It definitely didn't feel, the score was blown out in like the last minute and a half, and that's just because the ball was in Chance Berry's hand the whole time. But it felt very close the entire time, always at least within reach.
40 minutes of basketball left to be played here at Centennial College before we move things over to the Toronto Pan Am Sports Center for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday action. Tomorrow, the second pair of Trillium men's quarterfinal games, then all of the men's quarterfinal action. Then we move into semifinal Saturday and championship Sunday. The OSBA closes out its season this weekend.
Right, and think about how good this round has already been. It's literally only going to get better as we go on.
Starting 5 for Crestwood at the semicircle, or at the full circle: Gabby Fajemi-Rokun, Avery Arige, Mayan Gorin, Shantae Murray coming over from St. Jude's to Crestwood, and Brooke McLeod rounding out the starting 5. Louis-Riel counter with Grace Pongyang, Vanessa Ephraim Desjardins, Brielle Crostier, as Pongyang has it stripped. Murray down the court, left it short. Fajemi-Rokun couldn't make the second chance turn into points. Pongyang picks up the first foul. Fajemi-Rokun misses the first free throw.
She is on the Sports Center Next 2029 high school freshman watch list this year. Hard not to notice her. She's 6'6", and just extremely dominant in the paint. Part of Team Canada Junior Academy. She's doing everything possible to get her name out there.
Shot is up. Desjardins back iron for Fajemi-Rokun. Another rebound. Brooke McLeod ahead of the pack. And she sees it through.
Perfect finish.
Brooke McLeod has worn the maple leaf across her chest before, as has Arige and Murray.
Yep, and Stella Evans.
Stella Evans, the first off the bench for Marlo Davis's club, who are without Juliana Roger this year. She had surgery for an ACL injury in September of last year. Shot is up off the glass and count it. Lasana Mvudi, strip the other way, and a reach-in foul against Gorin. Correction, that's Vanessa Aframe. Aframe turns, baseline, cut off by Arige. Blocked by Murray on the three-point attempt. And Murray has it out and on the run again, this time with the left. You want it with the right? I'll give you the left too.
She's so quick, and that's what makes her such an all-around complete player, is she's able to get those crazy blocks and then outrun a guard.
Second foul already, just under 90 seconds in. Fajemi Rokun picks up the foul. Vanessa Efraim works to the right, tries to get by Arige. No space opens up, kick back out. Efraim now on the wing, 4 seconds on the shot clock. McLeod comes for the double team, loose ball, McLeod wins it. Travel. So travel violation, rolling around on the floor was McLeod, so she had possession, which reset the shot clock. They'll put it back to 14 as Ashley Vandeven checks in for Gabby Fajemi-Roku.
She has also worn the maple leaf for the last summer U16 Canada basketball, where they were silver medalists.
The frame throws it up with the left back iron. Gorin with the rebound. And she finds McLeod traipsing down the right-hand side. Avery Arige and Mayan Gorin gonna work the action. Gorin takes the handoff. Marlo Davis thinking, why aren't you shooting that? She gets to the rack and finishes anyway. Four-point lead early on. Crestwood ahead of Louis-Riel. The frame trying to get separation. Tenacious defense from Gorin. Knocks it loose twice. Shot is up. Desjardins off the mark. Murray with the rebound. One to beat, but it's Pong Yang. Just dismissed, couldn't connect. Pong Yang with the rebound. And she averages 14 points, 14 boards per contest here in the OSBA, does Grace Pong Yang. Nearly loses it, dribbling through the paint, coughs it up. Gorin with a head up, gives it. Murray, that's a good decision. Back to the basket, plenty of space with the left. No. Brooke McLeod there to clean it up.
Shantae Murray doing a great job of recognizing the size difference, but Brooke McLeod is always there to really clean up anything like that. She does a great job in the paint.
Now McLeod is an OSBA champion, won 2 years ago, alongside Toby Fournier and Agat McKeer, both of them excelling at the NCAA level. Fournier with Duke, McKeer with South Carolina. That's left short. Shot clock violation. Denara Horford, also known as Didi, checks in alongside Stella Evans and Ella Petrage. McLeod waits for traffic to clear, and there's a foul on the floor. Going to go against Stella Evans. So 3 fouls, not even 4 minutes gone here, piling up for Crestwood.
Yep, definitely not ideal in that situation at all. Especially you never want someone to come back with free throws and just driving right straight at the paint because they got a lot of physical girls on that team.
Pongang out on the perimeter. Back cut, swallowed up by Van de Ven. Dee Horford into the front court, looking left to give it up, and Evans going to direct traffic now. Van de Ven, far side. Wow.
Massive. That was a beautiful shot.
9-point lead. Desjardins attacks, gets to the rack, leaves it short, following up the play, blocked by McLeod. Horford has it with a chance for a quick fast break here. Numbers in the corner, Stella Evans. Front iron, Petrage there for the rebound. McLeod finds Evans again, she reloads. And foul on Petrage. 4 fouls. We're halfway through the first quarter. That is unlike Crestwood.
Yes, definitely. And that's definitely going to be a topic of discussion as they go through the game now. Obviously, not much you can do right now aside from play as disciplined as you possibly can for the next 5 minutes.
12-3, Crestwood ahead. Halfway through the first quarter, you're watching the final OSBA women's quarterfinal game live on OSBA TV on YouTube. Five minutes and change left in the opening quarter. Louis-Riel stuck, 12-3, Crestwood ahead. Brooke McLeod with 4 to lead all scores in the game. Ketsia Nsogo, left-hand side, hands it off. Pongyang out on the perimeter, looking for the entry pass. It's not there. Pongyang inside. McLeod picks up the foul, and Crestwood prep out of fouls to give.
No, definitely not the situation you want to be in, especially right leaving the huddle, which I'm sure that was a topic of discussion in there.
Pongyang off to the right. 52% from the free throw line on the season, averaging nearly 9 attempts per game for Pongyang. She misses the pair. St. Martin Balan fighting for it on the ground. Jump ball called. Possession favoring Crestwood Prep.
It was great hustle from St. Martin Balan getting on the ground immediately, fighting for those extra possessions. I mean, in a game like this, you're already down by 9 in this one. You know that Crestwood can't be as aggressive as they would like to because of the foul trouble they're in. May as well be as aggressive as you guys can without putting yourself in danger and force them to be extra aggressive and get to the line yourself.
Ella Petrage floated from the mid-range, no good. Pongyang rebound. Sending traffic through. Pongyang keeps the dribble alive. Brings up Janelle Pierre-Louis. And she'll hand it off. Jay Desjardins attacking behind the back. Pulls it out, gives it up. Pongyang comes to collect. Working on McLeod behind the back. Into the lane, off glass, difficult two-pointer. But Pongyang's on the board.
You can hear the countdown from her teammates and tons of contact on that one, but she just soared through it.
All right, we're all set. Brooke McLeod to inbound. Dee Horford tracks back to get it. Horford now back towards the logo. McLeod turns. Gives it up. Petrage tries to get space inside. Alicia Saint-Martin-Belon called for the foul. And back into the game, Vanessa Ephraim. Maya Van Alstine in as well. Arige catches, gives it up to Murray. Evans comes, fakes the shot, forced back outside. Physical defense here by the Rebels. Evans elects to pass instead of shoot, and Van de Ven's shot is after the expiration of the shot clock, so each team now forced into shot clock violation.
And Saint-Martin-Belon on that wouldn't let Stella Evans get through at all. She holds her ground for sure, but she's very agile, moves left to right with Stella Evans.
Tough to do. Absolutely. Turnover. Shantae Murray on the run with the left. No good. Foul's called. That's going to go against Maya Van Alstine. Shantae Murray with 2 points, looking to add 2 more here from the charity stripe. The first gets through. The second, no good. Pongang rebound, quickly ahead. Van Alstine into the front court. Saint-Martin-Belon finds Pongang attacking baseline. Long strides over top. Pierre-Louis couldn't connect. Loose ball. Pierre-Louis blocked by Arige. And Crestwood have numbers. Didi Horford content to settle it down. Switch directions. Get to the rack. No good with the left. Murray knocks it out of bounds.
That's just an unlucky bounce there. She changed her pace, sped up, and drove to the lane, but one out of line bounce.
Gabby Fajemi-Rokun back into the game. Stella Evans to the bench. Saint-Martin-Belon left-hand side, picked up by Arige. 13-5. Crestwood ahead. Under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Saint-Martin-Belon picks up the dribble. In trouble. Gives it up. Van Alstine back to Saint-Martin-Belon, far side. Pierre-Louis turns, fires, drops it in.
Perfect. Pivot foot was on point and quick low jumper.
Avery Arige trots over the timeline. Fajemi-Rokun comes up to set the screen, then rolls in the corner. Murray all alone. Too strong. Vanessa Ephraim tries to shake Horford. Tough task. Pulls it out. Now switched onto by Murray. Pierre-Louis working back. Ephraim. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks to the corner. Oh, that's a travel. Closing out. Avery Arige got there in time.
That's that extra hustle that makes every offensive player around her uncomfortable and forces errors just like that.
Liddy Glory Boley checks into the contest. Under 2 to go in the opening 10. Maya Ngoran back with the ball in her hands. Arige and Ngoran give and go. Flare screen. Arige dials it up. Left iron into the hands of Murray, who will operate in the paint. Through contact, doesn't matter. Shantae Murray's got 5.
And she's just incredible. Off balance through 3 hands of contact.
One dribble creates separation, unable to find the bottom from the hands of Van Alstine, and Ngoran baits the frame into taking a foul. It's going to come all the way to the backcourt here for Crestwood. Mayan Goren to inbound. Avery Arige tracks back to accept. Arige keeps, attacks, outside. McLeod from distance. Off the iron into the hands of Pongang. 60 seconds to go in the first quarter. OSBA women's quarter final number 4. Louis-Riel looking for a second chance opportunity. Fajemi Rokun collects the loose ball. Mayan Goren down the court, 1-2 stepping, gets the spin. Pongang waits for teammates. Ephraim gives it up, takes the handoff, works back to the middle. Interrupted. Arige and Ephraim picks up her second foul late in the first quarter. And that'll be free throws upcoming for Avery Arige. They're going to upgrade that to an unsporting foul. So Crestwood will get the ball back after the free throws.
Good chance to make this game even a bigger deficit going into the second period here, but yeah, all the games today, great matchups when it comes to defense because we're not seeing the crazy high scoring numbers that we have seen before, even from both of these teams here.
You know that saying, defense wins championships.
Mm-hmm.
That was true when the Seattle Seahawks claimed Super Bowl victory this year. There's a big discourse about whether or not the Seahawks should have let Kenneth Walker the third walk.
Well, I thought that was crazy, to be honest.
I mean, if it feels like, yes, he was the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
He got a lot of yards on the ground, didn't?
Yes.
But didn't score a touchdown.
No, it was situational too. Like there was injuries that led him to do that, but
and the real reason Seattle won the game was their defense.
Well, yeah, and because the Patriots suck.
Well, hello. That's an opinion.
That's an opinion from a Jets fan. So.
Avery Arige loses the handle. Turnover. Rebels ball. Last possession of the first quarter. Trying to cut this back to a 10-point or 9-point game. Goren. Kick ball. Going to stay here with the Rebels.
Goren definitely going to work today, though. Very aggressive. She has a ton of experience playing other teams as well. She was at the 2025 U16 Eurobasket representing Team Israel, and she was the second highest scorer in the entire tournament, averaging 20 points per game.
They're going to call that actually off of the Rebels' foot, so Crestwood have it. Arige tucks it, finger roll finish right at the rack. 21-7, Crestwood ahead of Louis-Riel in this, the fourth and final OSBA women's quarterfinal game on this Thursday night. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
We built this for Canadian Hoops fans. From rising youth talent to Team Canada stars, follow it all in one spot. Talk hoops, share takes, earn points, and unlock exclusive rewards all in one place. Score a trip to watch your favorite Canada basketball athlete, sign gear, exclusive merch, and VIP moments with your favorite players. From every province, for every player. This is for us. It's easier if we just show you.
Louis-Riel with possession to start the second quarter. 10 minutes on the clock, 21-7. Crestwood ahead. Maya Van Alstine to inbound. Working back to the near side, Desjardins. Robbed by Arige. Arige sees Gorin traipsing down the far side. Left it short. Arige rebound in the putback. Her first field goal of the contest. Desjardins waits for Pongang. Gets the switch, double team. Nearly a backcourt violation. Keeps the dribble alive. The dump off. Shot high off the glass from Liddy Glory Boley, who's being implored to attack the rim by her coach. Crestwood have it again. Mayan Gorin leads the charge. Brooke McLeod looking for somebody to give it to. She hands it off to Gorin. Right, left, turnover. Margot Lemon sets the screen. Pongang tries to turn the corner, and Louis-Riel really need to establish their presence in the paint. They've been playing with it on the perimeter for far too long in each possession.
Absolutely, and they're being very physical on defense in their own paint, so it's time to kind of switch it up and take that intensity, bring it on both ends of the court.
Grace Pongang back to the free throw line, 0 of 2 with free throws 3 and 4 upcoming. She misses the pair, and Gorin has it quickly into the front court. Keeps it on the hip, elevates, leaves it short again, there to collect it. Or the Rebels. Middle of the floor, Desjardins inside out, Lemon baseline, pulls it back out. Whip pass, far side. Liddy Glory Boley, well beyond the arc, gives it up. Desjardins swings it, Lemon, toe on the line, blocked by Fajemi Rokun. Then out of bounds.
Well, for Jemmy Roku, just what can you do in that situation, right? She just does a great job of always being where she's extremely needed. I don't even think Lemon really knew she was coming right there. I think she was set on trying to pull that three, and for Jemmy Roku just shut it down immediately.
Dee Horford back into the contest. Mayan Gorin on the bench for Crestwood. Shantae Murray under the basket. Pongang picks up her second. Murray already 1 of 2 from the free throw line here tonight. She's a 55% shooter from the free throw line, averaging just 3 attempts per contest. Brielle Croissetier back into the contest alongside Janelle Pierre-Louis and Lassana Mvudi. Back irons the first, does Shantae Murray. The second, same result. Brooke McLeod nearly tracked down the loose ball. Dee Horford saves it off the knee of a Louis-Riel player.
Well, and Dee Horford, she's one of the hardest workers, absolutely. She always puts in the work to try to just be better and grow. You see it on and off the court.
Behind the back, Arige in the corner. Back iron, tracks down the loose ball. Pulls it back out. Fajemi Rokun on the block, has position. Foul's going to go against Janelle Pierre-Louis, and Gabby Fajemi Rokun will go to the line for Crestwood. 1 of 2 today in the contest. Fajemi Rokun shooting 66% on the season. 9 points, 9 rebounds for Fajemi Rokun is the average. She drains the first. The second, no good. Pierre-Louis with the rebound, and she'll find Desjardins. Working from right to left, trying to get by Horford. Spins back, pulls it out, wants the screen, gets to some space. Pierre-Louis has it stolen. Didi Horford with 2 trailing. Right-handed finish is good, and Horford becomes the 7th player to find the score sheet for Crestwood. And Soga working on Murray. Keeps the dribble alive, steps in. Murray rejection. Well-timed with her the whole way.
Yeah, and Crestwood's had girls be within the program for years and years and years, but when Shantae Murray joined, it was a complete game changer because she is just so talented, extremely coachable, and can give you a little bit of everything like she's given us tonight.
26-7. Crestwood have opened the lead here, adding 5 more points in the second quarter. 3 team fouls already on Louis-Riel. That's going to be potentially problematic moving towards the half.
We got a DJ here, keeping the vibes up throughout a long day of basketball.
A long day, but plenty of great storylines, like we said, from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m.
Yep, it's going to be a crazy semifinals round for the women. Can't wait for the rest of the Trillium men's game to go on, and then, of course, we'll get all of the OSBA boys games tomorrow, which will be extremely exciting.
If you're in the area, Scarborough, stop on in at the Toronto Pan Am Sports Center. We're there all day, 9 a.m. first tip-off, 7 p.m. last tip-off. Every 2 hours, there's a new game. Some of Ontario's best hoopers on display this weekend. Vanessa Ephraim back onto the court. A handoff. Rostier gives it up to Ephraim. Work back towards the timeline. Blocked again. Shantae Murray with back-to-back blocks. "19-point game, 7-12 remaining till the half. Didi Horford over the timeline. Dumps it off to McLeod, working on the far wing. Horford comes to collect, pushed back. Shantae Murray, catch and shoot 3. Yes, it's good.
Yeah, she's been unstoppable.
Except for those free throws.
True.
1 of 4 so far from the charity stripe. Didi Horford nearly comes away with the steal. The frame gets it over. Pierre-Louis. Mvudi back to the basket. Left hand, right hand. It's good. Lasana Mvudi becomes the 4th player to score for the Rebels. 20-point game. Brooke McLeod gives it up to Horford, turns the corner, floats it from the mid-range, and blocking foul called. 2 free throws upcoming for Didi Horford. Louis-Riel out of fouls to give. Brielle Croisetier picking up the last one. Didi Horford in and out on the first free throw.
Well, they were stuck at 7 points for a while, so.
A little bit of daylight, and maybe the floodgates start to open as Vanessa Ephraim turns it up court. Gives it up. Mvudi hands it off. Nsoga picked up by Stella Evans. Nsoga keeps the dribble alive down the right-hand side. Hands it off. Ephraim, baseline attack. Back to the middle. Stella Evans with really good defense and then just caught reaching with that offhand.
Well, that last little moment there, but she is a phenomenal defender, and she can also defend numerous positions.
Ashley Van de Ven, Ella Petraj check in. Avery Arige, Gabby Fajemi-Rokun to the bench for Crestwood. Ephraim at the line. For two, hits the first. Second back iron and tap to herself. Janelle Pierre-Louis gives the Rebels a second chance. Shot clock going to be reset to 10. Rossetier inbound. Mvudi thought about it. Attacks Van de Ven, and Van de Ven gets the block, but not before the travel called on Mvudi. 20-point lead, 5:42 to go in the fourth and final OSBA women's quarterfinal action from Centennial College. Appreciate you tuning in. JJ Evans and Haley Hopkinson here with you all weekend. We'll be joined by Aaron Sanders come Saturday. Van de Ven, the recipient of a nice pass from Stella Evans. Soga in trouble. Pierre-Louis there to bail her out, and Ephraim takes the handoff, puts Petraj on her hip, working on McLeod. 3 seconds on the shot clock. She throws it up, air ball.
Still yet to see Louis-Riel really get aggressive in the paint and drive in there. The three-point is not totally working for them, and of course it's daunting against Crestwood and the players that they have and the size, but at some point you just got to really throw it all at the wall, especially now earlier in the game. You don't want to be attempting that in the back end of the game.
Layla Batista checks in for the Rebels. Stella Evans having a tough time getting it in. Finds Van de Ven, she'll swing it. Horford to Van de Ven on the roll. And looking for McLeod in the corner. But McLeod had moved up to the wing. Grace Pongang back into the contest. Lasana Mvudi checks out. Vanessa Ephraim picked up by Horford, gives it up. Pierre-Louis looking far side. That's Batista. Gives it right back. Pierre-Louis had it stolen. Ella Petraj peeks up, creates space, kicks it out. Van de Ven, mid-range jumper, no good. Pierre-Louis rebound and gives it up. Ephraim looking for a fast break opportunity. It's not there. Crestwood with a 22-point lead. Van de Ven goes for the strip, leaves space open. Shot is up. Batista rims that forward and backward. Foul's going to go against Pongang, her third, and she's going to have to go right back out. She came right in and got that foul, fighting for a loose ball.
I think Louis-Riel thought that was going on Brooke McLeod for maybe getting her arm tangled up in there a little bit, but no, not what they were expecting at all.
McLeod will go to the line for two as Louis-Riel with 5 fouls, and that being a loose ball foul. Lane violation with McLeod having a toe on the black paint. So she'll have to reset. She hasn't, no, there she goes. She hasn't moved that right foot. It'd be foolish to shoot the second one the same.
Imagine.
The second no good, soaring in as Pongang as she stays on the floor with 3 fouls. Stuck 22, the Rebels with a big hill to Klein. Soga loses it out of bounds. Mayan Gorin checking back in. Dee Horford will catch a breather.
Gorin had some fantastic minutes earlier in this one. Doing a little bit of everything. Some good defense, good rebounds, but then also pushing the pace and driving through some crazy lanes.
Stella Evans into the front court. I feel like doing a little bit of everything is one of those kind of explanations, or I guess synopses, of most Ontario guards and forwards. They just do a little bit of everything.
They really do. They do. And I think that's comes with that. You obviously work on your shot and everything like that, but it's the defense wins champions mentality that nearly all of these coaches really have. So you can't be on one of these elite rosters or elite starting lineups and not be able to do that.
Shot is up off the back iron, and Van de Ven tracks it down. A steal by Batista. Layla Batista snatches it and gets two of her own.
It's a great play right there.
Stella Evans works to the left, working back to the right, gives it up. Gorin, directing traffic, wants McLeod. Kicks to the corner. Petrage, catch and shoot. Front iron, back iron. McLeod's there. Second chance. Count it. And Soga to Bautista to get it right back and loses it out of bounds. Going back to that Ontario guard, style of play, and you look at the NBA level, Jamal Murray, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, from Montreal, but played in Ontario. When you look at Lou Dort, the Nemhard brothers, the list goes on and on. You look at the college level, Xavier Lee, playing for Florida. Stella Evans, catch and shoot three. That's off the left. Shantae Murray tracks it down, tries to keep it alive. Loose ball, last touch by Gorin. That's going to go to the Rebels. .2:17 to go until the half. 34-12. Crestwood ahead of Louis-Riel in the fourth and final OSBA women's quarterfinal matchup. Niagara Prep through. Royal Crown through. Fort Erie International Academy will make a semifinal appearance. And who will be the other team? Crestwood Prep, well in command to take that fourth spot. Murray left alone. No one's there. Left hand off glass. Shantae Murray's having an opening half. 10 points and counting for the former St. Jude's guard. Mvudi hands it off. Shot is up. Soga misses. Murray with another rebound. Turning. Ball kept alive. Left hand. Lasana Mvudi has four.
Great job of not giving up on the play right there. It looked like Shantae Murray fully had it, but if it wasn't a jump ball, it ended up in their hands, so it worked out great.
Stella Evans directing traffic. Van de Ven trying to get position on the block. Murray wide open. Back iron and through for Shantae Murray. Catch and shoot off the mark. Rebound Arije. Under a minute to go. Mayan Gorin accepts the headman pass. Swallowed up on the defensive side. Ketsia and Soga tying up Gorin. Van de Ven in. Fajemi Rokun in. Crestwood ball. 19 on the shot clock. Timeout on the floor. 54 seconds left in the second quarter. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're back for the final 54 seconds of the opening half of the fourth and final OSBA women's quarterfinal game. Crestwood have it, 19 on the shot clock. Stella Evans looking for a Rige. Instead, it's Fajemi Rokun right at the rack, all alone. Nearly turned over. And Soga blocked by Fajemi Rokun.
Both ends of the court.
She can do a little bit of everything.
She can.
Catch and shoot and block. Shantae Murray's got a trio of blocks. That one more like a volleyball kill.
That one made me jump a little bit. She came out of nowhere. You could hear that one.
This is Shantae Murray's half.
It
3 blocks,
is.
a bunch of rebounds, 13 points. The Rebels get it in. Murray with a steal and the run out. Why not add a steal to the stat sheet?
Why not, right? There's a little lack of communication with Louis-Riel right now, though. There needs to be some sort of heads up that someone's stomping behind you, and it's Shantae Murray coming to steal it.
Shot gets off, no good. 10 seconds left, and a foul called on the floor. To the free throw line goes Mayan Gorin. And the foul falls on Ketsia and Soga. Six points now for Mayan Gorin. Turnover on the inbound pass. Stella Evans fighting for it. Gets it to Gorin. 4 on the shot clock and another foul. Gorin on the hardwood. Hit it hard. She'll go back to the free throw line.
She's been sacrificing her body all game.
All season.
Yeah.
But what's a basketball season if you don't come away a little battered and bruised and worn down?
Yup.
Around the world nearly twice. And Soga picks up her second. Gorin drains both. Ooh, Fajemi Rokun hits the deck. The shot doesn't get off in time. 47-14, Crestwood ahead. And Crestwood and Fajemi Rokun having a good laugh about that. We'll be back with second half action from Centennial College. You're watching the OSBA High School Basketball Championships.
Game 8 of the 15U Women's Canada National Basketball Championships here. We have a great matchup for you between two top-tier women's squads. Team O, Team Ontario, taking on Team Alberta. Bonnie finds Solomon down low in the post. Spin move, great spin move from Solomon, and puts the layup up for 2 points.
Seems like every player on Team Ontario loves to spin move right to left.
Step back from Garraway for 3. That's good. High arc and shot falls straight to the net. Nothing but swish. Trying to put a left-hand layup up. Scoops up. Can't go in. Valpreda on the rebound. Put back. And it falls for 2 points. First half action ends 32 Ontario, 29 for Alberta. So Ontario is able to keep a lead here going into the second half off a good showing in those final couple minutes.
One of the biggest things is staying connected. It's easy as a team to fall apart when things are going tough. So I think the girls did a really good job of responding and staying connected, and then falling back onto our identity, which is defensively. I think that kind of set the tone for the rest of the half, picking up a lot of steals and just going in transition.
Stop the backcourt violation. They can't. Mazuka steals it now. Heel drive. Luke will pull up for a jumper. That one falls. Luke's starting to heat up here in the fourth quarter. Tahis puts a layup up. It's no good. Morris on the rebound. She can put this one back in, and she does. Quick and easy 2 points again for Morris. Timeout called by Alberta to talk things through as the lead stands at 15. Here's Gutierrez Daly putting a layup up, and it's good. So the shot clock runs out. Your final score 70-48 in favor of Team Ontario. They go 2-0 in the first few days as Team Alberta goes down 0-2. For myself, Cole Hales and Jackson Vidori, we'll see in a little bit as our next game manager.
Even when we are down, we always find a way to get back up, no matter what happens during the game. And I think that's what really represents Ontario, because we always get back up no matter what happens.
Good afternoon, basketball fans. We are locked in here for the final matchup at the Canadian National Basketball Championships Men's 15U side. Big news for Ontario. Mateo Moyes makes his debut at the national tournament. Ontario have a day off that could, go against them. I expect them to be prepared, but Newfoundland are still in the rhythm of winning.
Of course, Ontario had that extra time, the day off, to work on some things that needed to be worked on. But again, you never know, the mentality can be a little down, but I'm assuming this is going to be a very great and close game here.
It appears as though Newfoundland and Labrador are just going to give Ontario the first possession. All 4 players in the backcourt, but there's Osage to pick up the rebound. Brandon Clark to the rack, shrugging off the attempt to block him from getting to that position. Dejo quickly into the front court, looking downhill, picks up the head of steam. Clark attacking the rim again. Just too strong. Play ahead to Walters. Walters, 1-2 stepping in the lane, floats it up and through. Over 2 white jerseys, 14-8. 2:20 left in the first. Woodrich with the response from the corner.
We're getting good shots off of drives and stuff, but we're not really running our sets. But at least you guys are getting open shots, DKS. But let's settle it down. You guys got to take control. Praise. Give it to Nikki. Go through. Nikki L will set the pitch. Come off. Got the one more action right there.
50-22 Ontario lead. Dejo, shifty. Gets back to the basket, finishes with the right. Back to Shepherd. That rattles through, and you notice Newfoundland and Labrador slagging back a little bit and not coming out as high on the primary ball handler in that zone coverage. Boyce picks his lane, elevates off glass for 2. Sage gets back up, second chance, no, third chance will roll through.
Wow, he's doing a great job of what we talk about all the time, when you kind of get that rebound and instead of just hopping right back up for an off-balance shot, actually taking your time, setting your feet, and going up strong.
Hammond again bulldozing his way to the rack. He's got the frame of a linebacker that could probably play on the practice squad in the CFL somewhere.
True.
Ontario will take on its first opponent in the tournament, British Columbia.
All right, Coach, you've been in this position before, 2 wins away from hoisting the trophy. What was your message to your team after that win against Newfoundland?
The message was to stay consistent, stay ready. In our situation, sometimes our guys can get complacent, but they've done a great job in staying locked in, and I'm proud of them.
Praise had a great game, 7 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, a pair of steals, and a pair of blocks. Him being the captain of this team, what are you asking from him on a day-in, day-out basis?
For him, we're asking him to be our leader. He's been a great leader. He's shown great leadership. He's one of our generals on the court. He sets the tone for us offensively, defensively.
We feel good, going into the semifinal game, bringing up the energy and stuff. So
I think we're feeling pretty good going into the game.
You know, I'll use my experience from last year. We're in a similar situation with Alberta. They're going to make adjustments. We have to watch our film and make our adjustments and come ready.
Appreciate the time. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Here's Eri. Andrea Manana. Screen by Rivard. Back out. That's a good one. So Quebec finally put some points on the drive. Board. Put a shot up. That's good. Great tough bucket by Danica Pahis for her first points of the game. And Ontario is able to get back out. So the first quarter ends 9-6 in favor of Ontario against Quebec. Here's Enya Jukin driving easily, using her strength to her advantage and bullying St. Ange for the 2 points.
Just use that power, use that strength, makes up for her foul.
Breaking ankles, Maya Manners. Bowman soars on the floor. The 3 can't be finished, but it's back to Pahis in the paint. That one rolls in. Jackson, that might have been our first ankle breaker of the tournament.
Now, one time, we're going to go 32 half court. Okay? One time. 32 half court. And then we're in blue on a score. Blue back to man on a score. Okay?
14-10 for Ontario. Here's Marcotte. Great layup attempt on the bigger defender from Marcotte. Here's Maya Manners now, finding Gutierrez Daly. Great pass, great IQ to find her teammate, and 2 easy points. The first half ends 22-16 in favor of Ontario. Almost stolen there by Shabam. Enya Jukin holds on to it, drives, right-hand layup, and she's used her physicality to her advantage a lot in this one and gets it done there. Out to Luke for 3. That's in. So Rain Marie. Data Tomlin runs down the court and hits the easy 2 with the right-hand layup. Here's Luke now. Great find to Sienna Morrison. That's just a great playoff. Layup's no good. Pahis, though, is able to get the putback. Ontario is going to take this one and head 3-0 in the Canada National Basketball Championships here, with a 53-33 win.
Only 8 turnovers in that second half. What's the main message that really sparks the big performance in the second half?
It was definitely staying disciplined because we had a lot of fouls in the first half as well, right? Playing with our feet. And then, just taking care of the ball, reiterating kind of what we talked about. It was us doing it to ourselves. It wasn't necessarily their pressure defense. And just emphasizing that every time we were going to the rim, a lot of people were collapsing, so we needed to find the perimeter. And I thought we did that in the second half. It's definitely really special, for sure. Having those extra people who are able to come out. I'm hoping that we're even going to get more and more for Friday and Saturday. But not having parents have to travel and having the girls have their families here and play in front of them is very special. Even my own family is coming as well. So it's very special.
"20 minutes left to play in this 4th and final OSBA women's quarterfinal matchup. Crestwood Prep ahead 47-14 over Louis-Riel. Shantae Murray, a stat in every category. 3 blocks, 15 points, a steal, a handful of rebounds. Getting it done for Crestwood.
Nothing she can't do.
Zone defense here shown by Crestwood to start the second half. Vanessa Ephraim looking inside. Pong Ang stuck with 3 fouls, by the way. Mvudi resets. Finds Desjardins. One more pass. Ephraim for 3. Front iron. Rebound. Saved by Murray. Right to Orije. Mayen Goren. Thought about a fast break. No one with her. Murray. Jab step. Resetting. Far side. McLeod takes the ball back to the near wing. Murray looking over top. Goren decides to pull it herself in and out. Loose ball. Fajemi Rokun has it. Mayan Goren resetting. 10 on the shot clock. Looking for Fajemi Rokun. What a find. What a finish. Gabby Fajemi Rokun opens the scoring here in the second half. Ephraim well beyond the arc. Keeps the dribble alive. Pass into the corner. Mvudi back to the timeline. Stripped by Arige. Out on the run. Right hand off glass. It's layup lines for Avery Arige.
She's so good at sticking with her assignment and just throwing them off in the slightest ways until she can do that and take over.
Cross-court pass. Ephraim able to corral it. Desjardins. Bounce pass to the corner. Side step. And another turnover. McLeod gives it up to Arige. Arige back to McLeod. And that's textbook 2-on-1. So this zone defense proving difficult here for the Rebels. Pongang unable to corral it cleanly. A deep three off glass, in and out. Desjardins couldn't connect. Mayang Goran turns on the Jets, kicks it out. Murray from distance. No good. Pongang corrals the loose ball. Pongang tries to get to the paint, kicks it out. Desjardins looking to get by Arige. Tough task. Back to the basket. Lasana Mvudi, another two.
It's a good play right there. It's obviously difficult to go too close to the basket when you have that height right in front of you. So a little further back, and she got it done.
Arige working on the perimeter. Gets inside and fouled. Hard foul. Desjardins picks up team's first, her first, here in the third quarter. In the act of shooting, so Arige steps to the line. Stella Evans, Didi Horford, Ashley Van de Ven in, Ella Petrage waiting to take out the score. And now Marlo Davis gonna expend a little bit more bench energy here. Save some of the starters' energy for Saturday's semifinal. I know it's early to say that, but 54-16.
Yeah, and that's what Crestwood was saying is their mentality. They come into this game knowing that they have 3 more games ahead of them. They're not going in with the mindset that we need everything poured out into here. They're going to be experimenting a little bit in this one as well, figuring out which lineups are going to really work. Is there a tandem that maybe we want to experiment a little bit more with later in the game and later in the tournament?
Grossetier gives it to Ephraim, steps back 3, front iron. Van de Ven with the rebound. Arige gets it to McLeod. Horford eyes up her primary. Stella Evans, baseline's open, steps through. Couldn't connect. McLeod taps it right to Ephraim. And now the Rebels back on the hunt. Left-hand side, back to the right, a sliver of space, and Arige called for the foul. Count it, and 1 for Vanessa Ephraim. Oh, they're going to call Van de Ven for that, but it really, I could have swore Arige was the only one there.
Well, we are seeing a lot more attacking coming from Louis-Riel, which is what we wanted to see. Fortunately, it feels like it's maybe a little too late in the game, but who cares? Girls are here. Let's make this competitive and attack the basket, do the best that they can.
Ephraim makes the three-point play. Alicia Saint-Martin-Bellon checks back into the game. Stella Evans turns up the court. Push to the sideline, able to keep it alive. Calls out the play. McLeod beyond the arc on the near wing. Jab step. Ella Petrage, catch and shoot. Long 2 if it goes. It does not. Pongang corrals the rebound. Vanessa Ephraim back to the right-hand side. Horford there with her, step for step. A little bit of space. Pongang, whip pass to the corner. St. Martin Bellon steps through. Travel. Checking into the game, Ketsia Nsoga for Louis-Riel. Horford, she's not careful with it, might get it stripped here. Vanessa Ephraim right in her grill. But Horford able to keep separation. Gives it up to Evans, gets it right back. Flare screen, McLeod. Horford, give and go. Horford, middle of the defense. Foul called. Shooting foul, going to go against Ephraim, and Horford will work to the line. Horford leaves the first short.
I think today we've seen quite a bit of missed free throws. So when we revisit all this and come back to Saturday, we have these games back and some of the Trillium men's teams back from this morning as well. We're definitely going to be keeping our eyes on numbers and hoping that we're seeing some improvement.
As you get closer to a championship, you don't want to leave points at the free throw line.
No, and you would hate for that to be a difference if it's a 1-point, 2-point, 3-point game.
Stripped by Petrage off the leg, and that's going to go to Crestwood. Denara Horford, double dribble. Careless with it. Wanted to give it up. She saw the double coming, but had nobody to give it to.
No.
St. Martin Bellin gets it in. Horford there to knock it back out. So they'll move about 20 feet to the left. Do it all again. The ball comes in to Van Alstine. Back to, oh, what a dive. What a find. Couldn't connect, though. Soga ahead. It's Van de Ven with the run out.
She had a ton of speed, so it's a great job to just kind of throw it up lightly so it didn't just bounce straight off that backboard.
Pongang with one field goal in the contest. Out of bounds, last touched by Brooke McLeod. That'll stay here for the Rebels. Shot is up. Ephraim misses it all. There to collect it. Pongang couldn't see it through. McLeod fighting for it with Soga. Jump ball called, and that will go with Crestwood. A little fight, a little edge here to Louis-Riel.
Mm-hmm.
Janelle Pierre-Louis into the contest, as is Zara Rozon. Rozon now picking up Horford. Making sure she keeps Horford in front of her. Evans inside. Van de Ven. Catch high. Keep it high. Finish. 6 points for Van de Ven. Under 4 to go in the third quarter. Vanessa Ephraim trying to shake Stella Evans. Keeps. Pulls it out. Pierre-Louis. Ephraim comes to collect. Looking to the corner. Almost knocked loose by Petrage, and then a foul called on the reach-in by Stella Evans. 14 on the shot clock for the Rebels here. All the way back to Pierre-Louis. The handoff. Rosan tries her hand at a paint attack. Throws it high off the glass, no good. Horford fighting for it. That's out of bounds off of Horford. It will stay with Louis-Riel. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside for a quick break. Be back with more third quarter action here at Centennial College. It's the OSBA High School Basketball Championships. .325 left in the third quarter. 40-point lead. Crestwood ahead of Louis-Riel. Vanessa Ephraim to inbound for the Rebels. Underneath. Unable to get it off in time. Another shot clock violation. Alicia St. Martin Ballon couldn't release.
Yeah, and in a game like this where it maybe doesn't feel totally within reach for Louis-Riel to come back, it's you got to think of games like this as an audition, whether it's a audition to your coach on why he should bring you back, audition to other teams maybe of why you would be of value to them. So this game is definitely not a throwaway by any means at this point. It's a big deal, and then for Crestwood, it's also an audition to their head coach Marlowe, who's, why should I get more playing time tomorrow? Why should you put me in the clutch moments? And proving that you can take instruction and execute it.
Another late shot clock and bailed out. A foul on Stella Evans, her third. Correction, that's going to be her fourth. Rosan at the line, sees the first through. Zara Rosan goes 2 for 2. Evans into the corner. Petrage dials it up off the front of the iron. And both Rebel players thought the other was going to get it, so they both held up. Crest would get a second chance. Mayan Gorin draws the foul. And that's against Zara Rosan. Fajemi Rokun, McLeod, Murray all back onto the court for Crestwood. And Arige as well. Leaving Ella Petrage on the floor. In the middle, McLeod kicks it out. Murray. And maybe fingertips on that one, but Fajemi Rokun cleans it up. Desjardins hands it off. Rosan working to her right. Nearly loses. McLeod in there. Arige with the steal. Petrage with one to beat. That's an offensive foul all day long. That's Petrage's second personal foul. She's got 3 points. A deep shot from the field. Batista loses the dribble, saves it from going into the backcourt. Tries to get by Orije, but tough task. And Orije leads the break the other way. Murray there, catch, release, no good. Fajemi Rokun cleaning it up, jump ball. Possession going to go the way of the Rebels.
They're still doing a great job fighting for all of those rebounds, every second chance opportunity.
Desjardins works back to the middle of the floor, gives it up to Rozon. Rozon back to her right. Fajemi Rokun comes over and knocks it out of bounds. 1:33 to go in the third quarter. Into the game for the first time, Joanna Fehling. They put the ball immediately in her hands, working on Shantae Murray, picks it up. Pierre-Louis there to collect. And another shot clock violation. Orije for Crestwood over the timeline. Trying to break down this zone defense. Petrage attacks baseline, swings it. Probably could have gone to the rack with that one. Looking to get Murray involved again, though.
Right.
Petrage to inbound. 16 on the shot clock. Murray left alone. And that's a no-no.
No, you really can't do that. And if other teams are in the gym or watching on the stream right now or watching tomorrow because they're going to play Crestwood, just don't leave Shantae Murray alone ever.
Oh, Brooke McLeod called for the foul that time. Desjardins at the line. McLeod with the rebound off the miss. Ella Petrage with a toe on the line, unable to save it from going out of bounds. .55 seconds left in the third quarter. Failing. Gives it up. Batista works to the middle of the floor. And now it's Pierre-Louis, picked up by Fajemi Rokun. Loose ball. 9 on the shot clock. Liddy Glory Borley has to throw it up. That's off the side of the backboard into the hands of Petrage. Play on. Orije directing traffic, picked up the dribble. Had it knocked loose, so got the dribble back. Fajemi Rokun blocked underneath. Jump ball called. That's going to stay here with Crestwood.
It's a great block on that play, though. We haven't seen Fajemi Rokun block too many times.
Orije to inbound, 12.7 left in the quarter. And a foul called against Leila Batista, fighting for the 50-50 ball with Brooke McLeod. McLeod 0 for 2 from the line in this contest. Misses that.
Yeah, if in the remaining of the tournament she can hit those free throws as well, she's just going to have a massive impact. She is always getting involved in big defensive scuffles and doing anything for an extra chance at a possession or anything that will give her team an edge. So once she can just nail those free throws too, she's going to be invaluable to that team.
The Rebels with the last opportunity here for points in the third quarter, 2.5 remaining. Baseline inbound all the way to the back. Pierre-Louis throws it up, and that misses. 66-22. Crestwood Prep ahead comfortably. 10 minutes left to play in this fourth and final OSBA women's quarterfinal matchup. We've got the final 10 minutes coming your way next. Ten more minutes of action from the first day of the 2026 OSBA High School Basketball Championships here from Centennial College. Tomorrow through Sunday, we move over to the Toronto Pan Am Sports Center. Louis-Riel and Crestwood into the final quarter now. Pierre-Louis stepping out of bounds. Turnover. D.D. Horford with it over the timeline. Gives it up to McLeod. Up comes Shantae Murray for the handoff. Middle of the floor. Horford attacks baseline. Tons of space. Off glass. Blocking foul. Count it. And one for Horford.
The calm little walk away after. She knows that was a fantastic play right there, and she definitely doesn't shy away from any of that contact ever.
By the way, Denara Horford, if you don't recognize her in her white threads with the blue accents, if you've seen any CIBC commercials lately, she's that hooper showing off her handles. In and out. And that's going to stay here. Pair of players colliding underneath the basket. Heads contacted. Crestwood possession. Fajemi Rokun spins it around. Inside. And that's going to stay with Crestwood. Arige into Fajemi Rokun. McLeod again. Murray now on the near wing. Looking inside. Fajemi Rokun just establishes position and waits for the ball.
Yep, and you can do as many reps as you want as that. It's always valuable. It's always important, and especially to prepare for what's to come this weekend. A lot of tall players, big presence in the paint. She's going to need to put her body into some contact and then spin off.
Feeling inside. And a travel. As Liddy Glory Boley ran into Fajemi Rokun, who pushed her back. Van de Ven, Evans, Gorin in. Murray, Fajemi Rokun, and McLeod out. On the other side, Lemon and Croisetier back onto the court. Evans working to her left, stops on a dime, switches direction. Arige gives it up to Gorin, turning the corner. Stutters step, gets by the defender, but couldn't connect. Now Ephraim out and on the run. Back to the left, in the corner, Ephraim from distance, off the mark. Lemon couldn't save it. Pongang back onto the floor. 8:26 to go. All the way back beyond the three-point line. Inside Pongang. Kicks it out. Shot is up. Croisetier couldn't connect. Loose ball. Evans has it. Gorin, head up. Looking for somebody running their lane. Horford's going to take it. Inside out dribble. Kick it. Kisses the mesh on the pass. Evans couldn't connect. And Gorin undercutting Pongang there. She'll pick up the foul. Frame accepts the inbound pass, turns up court, working down the left-hand side. Dee Horford with her the whole way. Pongang now takes the pass. Shakes Van de Ven. Kicks it out. And that pass through the middle of the floor, out of bounds. Crestwood ball. Quickly in, Horford has it. Avery Arige tries to shake her primary, knocked loose, but Liddy Glory Boley is going to be called for the foul on the reach-in. The foul starting to pile up again here for Louis-Riel. Ella Petrage back onto the court, Arige to the bench. Van de Ven quickly in, Gorin looking for Evans in the corner. Knocked loose, but she keeps it. Gorin called for the travel.
Gorin really does bring a certain amount of intensity every time she's on the court. She's a really great player, especially if we see later in the weekend Crestwood be down at any point. You kind of put her on. She's like a little Energizer bunny. She's always there, ready to run, ready to attack, and just always active off the ball.
Glory Boley with that left-hand dribble tries to create space. That's just off the back iron and into the hands of Gorin. Stellan Evans with it now. She tries to shake Glory Boley. Van de Ven comes up. Looking on for the flare screen there for Horford, but not enough separation. 5 on the shot clock. Evans turns it over. Liddy Glory Boley out and on the run, and Van de Ven there to snatch it back. Mayan Gorin. Sidestep 3, front iron. Pongang with the rebound, and Vanessa Ephraim will slow it down. Then speed it up. Gets downhill. Foul's going to go against Petrage, her third.
I can't believe Van de Ven on that last possession simply just took it. Wasn't even dribbled. It was on the up from the bounce, and she just grabbed it. She's been fantastic in this game as well, using her size, but kind of just taking on little tasks like that. Quick little steal here.
It's a quick little steal here.
Yep.
Ephraim drains the first. Now 3 of 4 from the free throw line, looking to go 4 of 5, and does.
Yep, she's brought a lot of intensity to this game and physicality late in it, and you can see her always being one to call out what's happened, just like that, seeing Didi down the floor. She's going to yell to her teammates to get back.
Turning the corner, looking over top. Van de Ven with 3 black jerseys surrounding her has it knocked out of bounds. Horford, floater from the free throw line. That's no good. Pongang, another defensive rebound. Looking up, hands it off to Ephraim. Goran going for the steal. Ephraim keeps it. Pushes it. Liddy Glory Boley inside. Lemon swings it outside. Back inside. Pongang with Van de Ven to beat. Pongang calmly with the left. That falls. Her second field goal of the game. Didi Horford on the run with the left. Count it and 1. Pongang with the foul. Now Horford struggling from the free throw line here. 1 of 5 in the game, looking for her 6th free throw attempt here now. 4 in, 4 out for the Rebels. Horford connects.
That one was perfect.
8 points in the contest for Horford. Still, Shantae Murray leads all scorers in the game. 19 points for Murray to go with a handful of rebounds, a trio of blocks, 1 kill. That volleyball spike on the far end. It would have shattered the glass had the ropes been not pulled down. Over and back. And the mistakes continue to pile up. Didi Horford catches it. Baseline attack. Van de Ven in the middle of the paint. Kicks it out. Murray back on the floor. Horford for 3. Left short. Petrage there. Second chance, no. Van de Ven sees it through on the 3rd opportunity. Rozan hands it off. Nsoga pulls it back. Gets by Evans. Off glass and in and out. Petrage leads the fast break over top. That's knocked out of bounds. Hustling back. No possessions off for Alicia St. Martin Ballon. Louis-Riel call a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside and be right back with the remaining minutes of the 4th quarter. Five minutes and change left here in the 4th quarter between Crestwood and Louis-Riel in the final OSBA women's quarterfinal game of championship weekend. It will be Crestwood ball on the baseline. Petrage to inbound for Jemmy Rokun. Easily accepts, swings at McLeod. And now Arige attacks with the left. Finger rolls good. Ball knocked loose, but reestablished by Nsoga. Arige right there. Looked like a little miscommunication there from Rozan and Lemon.
And then, of course, Crestwood players playing up and good defensive pressure there. Now we're going to make those miscommunications any easier to navigate.
Murray with the ball in her hands over the timeline. Gives it away. Fajemi Rokun, the intended target for that pass. St. Martin Ballon, baseline attack, knocked out of bounds off of McLeod. Back into the game, Janelle Pierre-Louis. Baseline inbounds. In traffic. Pierre-Louis has it on the perimeter. The handoff. Rosan attacking Fajemi Rokun. Stops on a dime, kicks it out, and Soga, one dribble inside, no good. McLeod comes away with it. And she'll defer it to Shantae Murray. Murray looking for her spot in the painted area. She's going to go. Going to be a side out, rather. Alicia St. Martin Ballin picks up the fourth team foul here in the fourth quarter for Louis-Riel. Shantae Murray gives it up. Ella Petrage off the glass, off the iron, into the hands of Janelle Pierre-Louis. This is Ketsia and Soga directing traffic. Dribbles it off of the foot of Gabby Fajemi Rokun and out of bounds. The Rebels will have front court only, 3:47 to go. Shantae Murray not going to allow anything easy regardless of time and score. Effort always 100.
Very true. And that's why coaches love her.
Soga dances with it on the perimeter, top side, swings it inside. That knocked out of bounds by Stella Evans. 1 second on the shot clock, enough for just a catch and shoot. Got to get it into somebody. And shot clock violation. Stella Evans with it over the timeline, directing traffic for Crestwood. Dee Horford switches sides. Here comes Van de Ven to set the screen. Evans back to Van de Ven. Top side three. She'll try it. Front iron, no. Horford looking for the loose ball. That's picked up by Soga. Quickly into the front court, and Soga will take it back. Middle of the court, looking for the pick and roll. Pierre-Louis fades into the paint. Blocked by Fajemi Rokun, and Van de Ven has it. Headmans it. Fajemi Rokun. Hard foul late in the game, and Fajemi Rokun up quickly. Officials coming together to talk about this being potentially unsporting. And they'll call it standard foul in the act of shooting. Fajemi Rokun to the line.
Definitely a hard foul here late, but you know, last game of their season, they still want to keep it competitive and play the hardest they can.
Fajemi Rokun swishes the first. Same result on the second. Fajemi Rokun now. 8 points in the second half. 12 in the contest. Pongang, top side. Makes the move on Van de Ven. Gets blocked by Fajemi Rokun. Horford's got Evans ahead of her. Petrage trailing. And Horford finds Petrage back into the paint. From beside the elbow, doesn't connect. Pongang, another defensive rebound. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 79-26, Crestwood ahead comfortably. Will move on to semifinal action on Saturday from the Toronto Pan Am Sports Center. But how will Louis-Riel play their final minutes of their OSBA season? Another one that's 90% of the way down and then finds its way back out. Horford tucks. Finger roll, no. Fajemi Rokun follows it up. Pongang out on the perimeter. Sidesteps Van de Ven, picked up by Horford. Makes her move. That's a good move.
That is absolutely one. You don't need to get too close to the paint because you know Fajemi Roku's there. You just got to beat the first defender and put it up high enough.
Stella Evans works to the right, kicks it. Petrage, baseline attack, all the way out to the far corner. Shot is up, and that's off the mark. But Fajemi Rokun, another offensive rebound for two. We've got a substitution.
Yeah, Fajemi Roku proving even more in the late minutes in this game that she can do absolutely everything and can really navigate her way in the paint and make it count, no matter the situation.
Unless Shantae Murray puts in a handful more points, which isn't possible because she's on the bench. Gabby Fajemi Rokun is going to be our player of the game. Haley Hopkinson will have a conversation with her as Grace Pongang lays one in with the left hand. And you'll be able to pick her brain about what it's going to take to survive two more contests and try and come away with the crown.
Right, and then also what kind of benefits a game like this has to start off your tournament, or is it a disadvantage? You see someone like Fort Erie playing Capital Courts and comes down to the very last possession. Is that a bet? Like, do they value that more? I'm excited to hear the answers on that.
All right, well, viewers, stay with us after the final buzzer. Haley Hopkinson will talk to Gabby Fajemi Rokun and get the insight. Evans, catch and release, no good. Pongang, rebound. Over the top, Lemon inside, working on Petrage. Spins, lays it up. Horford with the rebound. 26 seconds remaining in the contest. There's a 4-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Petrage back to Horford, and Fajemi Rokun out on the perimeter, left alone. Who's going to be tagged with the turnover? Right now, Stella Evans will dribble it out. Louis-Riel will inbound the ball, and that will do it. 83-30, a dominant win for Crestwood to book their spot in the semifinal. Haley Hopkinson's going to speak with Gabby Fajemi Rokun about Crestwood's win and what to expect coming up. We move to the Toronto Pan Am Center for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday action. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hey, check one, check. Hey, check one, check. Check one, hey.
on that ball there.
I'm just gonna ask you about like kind of what's the difference when you like start a big tournament like. I'm here with Gabby after Crestwood has punched their ticket to the semifinals, and you had an amazing performance. What was your mindset coming into this game and this weekend?
I'm just trusting my skills, trusting my team, and like knowing like we worked so hard to get to where we are. So just like keep doing what we've been doing, and like just be us.
Yeah. And it was a blowout win for you guys. So what's kind of the positives, or if it is a negative, to start off a big tournament like this in a game like that where it's not the most competitive?
I think this game, like, it gave us more confidence moving on to the next level. But, like, it doesn't matter who our competition is. Like, we're always going to be us, be Crestwood. So, yeah, on to the next.
Yeah. And then what's your kind of mindset heading into the rest of the tournament? Is it a clean slate starting from now on out, or do you kind of remember what happened in this one and pull from this game to move on to the next?
I think just, like, obviously, like, today was, like, one of my better days. So kind of have that same momentum going on to the next game. But like every game is a new game, so I'm still like, whatever happened last game, that was it. Next game, just same energy, same hustle, all that.
Yeah. And then what's it going to take for Crestwood to make it all the way to the end and be OSBA championships this year?
Everything, like leave it on the court, that's it.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on a massive win, a fantastic performance. Good luck in the rest of the weekend, and we will see you guys tomorrow for more OSBA championship action.